हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. So we'll begin from 29 sloka onwards. एतौ तौ पार्षदावस्य शापाद्यातावसद्गतिम् पुनः कतिपयैस्तानं प्रप्स्येते जन्मभिः प्राप्स्यते. These two personal assistants of the Supreme Lord, having been first, have been destined to take birth in demonic families. After a few such births, they will return to their own positions. That's what Brahmaji is saying. Next, Devatas also they are adding their word in this context. They are saying like this to Varaha Bhagavan. They are saying, Devahu Namo Namaste Kila Yajna Tantave Stito Gruhitamala Sattvam Murtaye Dishyamatoyam Jagatam Runnaka Swasya Tatpada Bhaktya Vayamisha Nirvrita. The demigods addressed the Lord, all obeisances unto you. You are the enjoyer of all sacrifices, and you have assumed the form of a boar in pure goodness for the purpose of maintaining the world. Fortunately for us, this demon, who was a torment to the worlds, has been slain by you, and we too, O Lord, are now at ease in devotion to your lotus feet. So now they are saying they are in the devotion to the lotus feet. It's a devotion to the Lord's lotus feet. When Hiranyaksha was there in their hearts, so who was residing? Hiranyaksha was fear. That means Hiranyaksha was living. When Hiranyaksha left, then Lord is coming in that heart. But tomorrow there is Hiranyakashipu is there, then Hiranyakashipu will be there. There. That's why demigods are not like pure devotees. But not all demigods, most of them are not like that, pure devotees. But in the case of pure devotees, even so any kind of difficulties they get, all the time in their heart only Lord is residing. So that's why in the Bhagavatam you can see many places Indra and also demigods. So sometimes we will be seeing so many other species, they are glorifying the Lord. So every glorification is not in equal weight. The glorification of the pure devotees is far different from the glorification of such as these who are not pure devotees. Their glorification you can easily understand it. So see here, when you have killed this demon, then on we became ease and our life became ease, and then we are able to meditate on you. So by the material difficulties, they get affected. The material world is consists of three modes: goodness, passion, and ignorance. But the spiritual world is pure goodness. It is said here that the form of the Lord is pure goodness, which meant that it is not material. In the material world, there is no pure goodness. In the Bhagavatam, the stage of pure goodness is called Sattam Vishuddham. Goodness means if you remove passion and ignorance, then whatever remaining is that is pure goodness. No? Yeah. Why? Because we cannot remove rajas and tamas, passion, ignorance from goodness. तो तीनों भाइयों को अलग नहीं कर सकते. तीनों बहुत ज्यादा जिगरी है, बहुत ज्यादा ही दोस्त है, तो एक दूसरे को छोड़ के नहीं रह सकते. तो रहते तो मैक्स ये कर सकते हैं, तो गुडनेस को 0.1 कर सकते हैं, बाकी को 99 और 0.9 कर सकते हैं. लेकिन जीरो नहीं कर सकते किसी को. So that's why material goodness is not possible purely, which is separated from rajas and tamas. So that means pure goodness means what you should take, not the material goodness which is separated from the rajas and tamas. What you should take, pure goodness means completely different from these three materials, three modes. That you should take. You cannot take it as separated goodness from rajas and tamas. Not you cannot take like that. Okay? Vishuddha means pure. In pure goodness, there is no contamination by the two inferior qualities, namely passion and ignorance. The form of the boar, therefore, in which the Lord appeared, is nothing of the material world. That's why Lord is body is out of pure goodness means it's nothing. It is nothing of the material world. There are many other forms of the Lord, but none of them belong to the material qualities. Such forms are different, non-different from the Vishnu form. That means all these forms are non-different from Vishnu form. It means in the Krishna form. So all are there in that only. But as per the Upasaka's Bhakti, so different forms will be visible, or different forms will be manifested in front of them. But all are simultaneously existing in Krishna. And Vishnu is the enjoyer of all sacrifices. The sacrifices which are recommended in the Vedas are meant to please the Supreme Personality of God. In ignorance only, people try to satisfy many other agents. But the real purpose of life is to satisfy Supreme Lord, Vishnu. All sacrifices are meant to please Supreme Lord. The living entities to know, loving this who know this perfectly well are called demigods, are godly, are almost God. Since the living entity is part and parcel of the Supreme Lord, it is his duty to serve the Lord and please him. So here Prabhupada is saying everyone should serve only Krishna, not other forms. Other forms means here, not Swamsha forms, but like demigods and other agents, not other agents, sorry. One should not serve other agents of the Lord. Only Alpameda Saha. So whose buddhi is very little, whose intelligence is very little, they serve others. Because these other demigods, they cannot create faith in the devotees by themselves. For that also Lord needed. And not only that, they cannot give the result whatever so is asked by their devotees. And they are always dependent on the Lord. So that's the intelligent man should not worship these demigods, but they should worship Lord Himself. Since the living entity is part and parcel of the Supreme Lord, it is his duty to serve the Lord and to please Him. That's a constitutional position of Jivatma is serving the Lord. Remaining whatever duties are there only that because of the body. As a brahmachari, as a father, as a mother, sister, brother, all these duties because of the body. And these duties are not a real duties of the Jivatma. So whenever Jivatma comes out from all these duties and serve the Lord, that is known as pure devotion. So yeah, it should come out from all the duties and it should feel only one duty, serving Krishna. So then that is known as pure devotion. Without coming out from these designations, it cannot be a pure devotee. No, it can be a poor devotee. సో అవ్వ కావాలి బువ్వ కావాలి ఇల్లు కావాలి వాకిలి కావాలి భక్తి కావాలంటే పర్పట్ material enjoyment also you want and all the yeah so all the pleasure you want and also you want bhakti, no? Nice life in the corporate and with the family. So wife cooked food and so much nice pleasure and also some chanting. is nothing actually. That will not go up. That will not go. That is only for beginners, we say. At least you chant some rounds. And wherever you are there and serve your family, wife, children, and also do some rounds, some 16 rounds at least. Somehow or other, you can go back to the Godhead. It's the beginning of the process. But that is not the sufficient thing. He has to fully surrender to the Krishna. The living entity's constitutional position is serving Krishna only. And you can also say like this, I can serve Krishna and also I can serve my all Saupadis, my all the relatives and my all the family, friends, children, wife, family members. No, दिल में किसी को स्थान रखना ही नहीं. सर्वात्मना. That means with your whole heart, you have to serve me only. थोड़ा उनको भी और आपको दोनों को मिला के सर्व करूंगा ना, छोड़ दो ना. ना, you have to serve me only. That is demand. Huh? Huh? Yeah. Pundarik? How to understand that Pundarik story? Lord waited when Pundarik was served. Panduranga story? That Pundarik, the devotee of Panduranga, was serving Lord, serving parent, and Lord waited till the time he is served. He is asking for it. How to understand that? I don't know this story. Where it is? There was a devotee Goswami was uttered by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Take care of his parents. There, and after that he come to Vrindavan. That we are also saying. Generally, the South India, Northern South India, those who got sanskaras, they from right from childhood they Matradeva, yes, Acharya Dev. So do keep the routine. Yeah, so that's why we are also saying, na? So you serve your wife, family, children, mother, father, and then also chant Hare Krishna. But finally, they should come to the stage of pure devotional thoughts. That is not sufficient actually. So just that is for the beginners. We everywhere we say. So definitely. So that's why that is only the beginning of the process. Sometimes people say, "Why not now? I want to." Say, "No, wait." No. That's why you have to see the symptoms of Drashad. If there are the symptoms of Drashadda, so whom you will give medicine? You will first see the temperature of the body, and after that you confirm that he has disease, fever, then you will give medicine. People may come and ask, give me medicine, give me medicine. So many people, they like to take medicine so that they will be healthy. But you have to see whether he is diseased or not. That means you have to see the I ask people also me ask, give me job, give me job. You will not give job, no? So you'll be giving to only those people who are fulfilling the criteria. Similarly, they may ask actually, no, I leave everything now. Okay, if you want to leave, then you should satisfy the conditions of Drashraddha. The symptoms of Drashraddha should be there in you. Then only you can say, you can leave everything and no need to, maybe he's having a young wife, recently married, but he doesn't have Drashraddha, but she's giving everyday kicks. Because of that, he is saying that I don't want family life. How can you say that he has full faith on the Lord? That's why he is renouncing this life. Some people, they may renounce the family life just by so-called material pain or some kind of inconvenience in that duties. So in following those duties, for their sake also they may like to leave this. So that's why you cannot encourage those people actually. Those are all kamchor. So those has to be so developing faith on the Lord. So in the case of the Jnana path, they should get the purification of the heart and get detached from the results of the karma and also karma. In that case, they are allowed. In this our case, when they are fully convinced with the Lord and they have developed the strong faith, and the symptoms of strong faith is full surrender, such a things are visible in him, then you can say that you can leave his dharma. One is I discussed. What is that? Full surrender. This I discussed. What is limbs of the surrenders? Anukulyasya sankalpa pratikulyasya varjanam rakshayishyati viswasa gotrupte varnanam. Next, karpanyam atma atma nivedanam. These are the 6 items of Sharanagati. In that Goptrutva Varnam is Angi, all are remaining 5 are Angas. And how to know Anukulya Sankalpa, Pratikulya Svarjanam, this also is being explained. So, accepting only the which are Anukula to the Lord and Pratikulya Varjanam. So, rejecting whichever is not favorable to Bhakti, the direct Bhakti. And Raksheshyati Viswasam. मेरा भगवान मुझे बचाएंगे, इस प्रकार की विश्वास होना भी चाहिए. गोप्तृत्व वर्णन, भगवान ही मेरा रक्षक है और कोई नहीं. तो इस प्रकार इसका डिटेल्ड एनालिसिस है संदर्भ में. तो इस एक पार्ट को और भी एक्सप्लेन किया गया और इसी के बारे में हर भक्ति विलास में भी और भी डिटेल्ड एक्सप्लेन किया गया. So you have to understand these limbs actually, these parts of the Sharanagati, which are the outcome of Drishat. This is the one way, okay? So और भी डिटेलली समझना चाहे तो प्योर डिवोटीज को प्रेयर्स पढ़ना चाहिए. जैसे प्रहलाद महाराज इज अ फुल्ली सरेंडर डिवोटी. उधर पिताजी आग में बिठा दिया लेकिन फिर भी नारायण का ऊपर ही रक्षा करेंगे करके नारायण के ऊपर ही विश्वास, ये है. So you can see in the pure devotee's life so many things. That means the practical implementation of all these things can be seen in the lives of pure devotees. So that's why Bhagavatam is full of stories related to the pure devotees, how they are acting, how they are reacting towards the various things like material world, material energy, family, relatives, wealth, pleasure, happiness, sense gratification. So you have to see all this. So pure devotees, how they are seeing, that is the things you should be there in you. And also there is another way actually. Few more are there. Just that means one should not be surrendering to materialistic people. If anyone is surrendered to the materialistic people, then he is not a pure. Example, मेरा बाप आप ही मेरा सब कुछ है, तो आपके बिना मेरा जीवन चल ही नहीं सकता है. आप नौकरी धंधा दिए हैं इसीलिए हमारा काम चल रहा है, इसीलिए मैं जी पा रहा हूँ. तो ऐसा करके उनको जो दिल में रखकर पूजा करते हैं, इसको बस
तो भी एग्जांपल है कृष्ण लीला. तो भी एग्जांपल क्वेश्चन में
मथुरा
he didn't surrender to him. He went to Kamsa. Kamsa was his master. He refused to give clothes to him.
The main essential point is here. यदि आप बाहर व्यक्ति का भगवान की और भगवान की शुद्ध भक्तों के अतिरिक्त और किसी का शरणागत हो गया, तो इसका अर्थ है भगवान पर शरणागति. ये भी एक और एग्जाम्पल. और नेक्स्ट ये भी एक सिम्टम है. तो नहीं, आप ऐसे नहीं बोलते प्रभु जी भक्ति करने के लिए ही मैं इनकी शरणागति हो रहा हूं, ऐसे बोलेंगे तो कौन बोले तुमको उनको शरणागत करने के? तो शास्त्र ऐसा बोल रहे क्या? तो तब तो डायरेक्ट शरणागति है। ऐसा नहीं है कि भक्ति करने के लिए ही ये सभी चाहिए। भक्ति आप एक तरफ बोलते हैं इंडिपेंडेंट है, और अभी बोल रहे हैं भक्ति के लिए एक अभक्त की शरणागति होना जरूरी है। कौन सा सिद्धांत है हमारा? जब हम लोग कोई धर्म फॉलो करते समय बोलते हैं भक्त के लिए कोई धर्म का जरूरत नहीं, कोई रूल्स का जरूरत नहीं, उस समय सबको पानी देते हैं फॉलो करने के समय। जब कुछ छोड़ने के लिए बोलते थे तब बोलते हैं अरे ये तो भक्ति के लिए कर रहा हूं ना। दिस इज चीटिंग। इधर रहो नहीं तो उधर रहो। तो बोलेंगे यदि हम पूर्ण भगवान की शरणागत हैं, भक्ति के लिए कुछ जरूरत नहीं थी, तो भक्ति के लिए कुछ जरूरत नहीं, भक्ति के लिए खाना पीना सोचना भी जरूरत नहीं। अनन्या चिंतयन्तो माम ये जनाः पर्युपासन्ते तेषां नित्याभियुक्तानां योगक्षेम वहाम्यहम्। वो उसमें भगवान स्वयं क्या बोल रहे हैं? अरे बेटा, तो मैं तो एक नजर से पूरा सृष्टि करता हूँ, क्या मैं आपको खाना पीना नहीं खिला सकता हूँ? उसके लिए तुम सोचना है क्या? मैं ही तो वहन करता हूँ। कौन बोल रहे हैं? भगवान बोल रहे हैं अर्जुन से। इस पर विश्वास जिसको है वही पूर्ण शरणागत, उसको दृढ़ विश्वास। नहीं नहीं प्रभु जी फिर भी, हाँ फिर भी क्या है? फिर भी क्या है बस? फिर भी क्या है बोलो? नहीं फिर भी कुछ तो चाहिए ना प्रभु, क्या चाहिए भाई? ये फिर भी जब आएगा बट आ गया, बट क्या बट है? ये सभी दो नंबर का आइडिया है। He doesn't have faith on him. That's the purpose. Becoming Vaishnava is not so cheap actually. तमाशा है क्या शुद्ध भक्त बन? इट्स नॉट। कौन बोल रहा? मैं नहीं बोल, प्रभुपाद जी बोल रहे हैं, ऐसे नहीं बोल। पढ़ा ना तो ये कॉन्वर्सेशन पढ़ा या नहीं पढ़ा मैं? नहीं हाँ, थोड़ा सा पढ़ा देंगे चलो। प्रभुपाद की वाणी से बहुत रस आता है एक्चुअली क्लास में। कहाँ है वो? हाँ जागो जी, जगा देंगे। कौन सा है वो? 1977 February 14। अच्छा है। चलिए वैष्णव वाराणसी देवी दोनों के सच्चे वर्ष आ जाएगा। मणिपुर। मैं हर बार पढ़ते तो पढ़ बिना पढ़ के, ये नहीं पढ़ा मैंने। ऐसा हो ही नहीं सकता, पढ़े हो सकता। हाँ पढ़े ना। अच्छा ये वे पॉइंट हाईलाइट नहीं किया। अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा। 27 क्या मतलब? तो बात होता है 77 का ही। इसको हम अच्छे से कॉपी करके रखना चाहिए, बार बार इसको सर्च कर। February 14 सर्विस। हाँ आ गए ना। प्रभुपाद प्लीज सेंड मी। वैष्णव इज नॉट सो चीप, ऐसा आता है। कहाँ गए हो? ये नहीं हरिशौरी और सत्स्वरूप इसमें है और ये
Not, it is not a cheap thing.
आ गए क्या?
No, it's not cheap thing. Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
It's not so easy.
So yes. You see, yeah.
Last time it was easy.
Ah, Harisori. Then how will we able to make divisions in our society? Actually, before if you see little bit, I think you all remember this. But in our community, if we are training up as Vaishnavas, Prabhupada बोल रहे हैं कि Prabhupada is saying that Varnashram must be introduced. Before that, he is saying. So yes, Thaka apnara kaje Bhaktivinoda Thakur apnar kaje ki Chaitanya Mahaprabhu recommended sthane sthita. And if you don't remain in the sthana, then the Sahajya chanting will come. That means if you don't follow Daiva Varnashma position, and that chanting will become Sahajya chanting. That means if you are in the pure devotional platform, then it's okay. वो उधर भी नहीं है और ये भी नहीं है ना घर का ना घाट का you are not here also and also you don't want to be here you don't want to you are according to your eligibility you are not in pure devotional platform and but you are claiming that you yourself as a pure devotee and don't want to follow dharma also so then that chanting will become sahajya so one baba 3 dozen okay ये और one sannyasi 5 name is withheld already ऊपर आ गए ये तो so 8 में अरे देखिए so just like the sahajas also have got the beads and but they have got 3 dozen this kind of chanting will go on just like our name withheld he was not fit for sannyasa but he was given sannyasa and 5 women he was attached and he disclosed ऐसा chanting हो जाए माने since he doesn't have full surrender to the Krishna and not able to engage if he have full surrender with Shraddha full surrender is there then he will be always engaging himself in Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti Suddha Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti 24 or 64 limbs he is doing so but he is not in that category he is aspiring for that so in that case he should follow strictly his rules his life that means so he has to follow the rules of the sannyasa brahmachari grihastha vanaprastha and he is also not following that then what will happen then he will be ending up with the strictly if you don't observe whether he is sannyasi being a sannyasi following sannyasi rules or not then you will be definitely end up with the sahajya that means you will be attached with the woman and so on simply show body will not do so the varnashram dharma should be introduced all over the world so we are approaching with so many people and after that we are introducing Krishna consciousness don't think that by just that much preaching now they came to a pure devotional platform and now you are devotee you don't need to follow anything and no need of dharma you live that means all the dharmas and all the whatever the regulations are there based upon the varnashram dharma you give water for that because bhakti is about the devotion bhakti is about the dharma and no need of following anything so for bhakti you can do anything that's true for whom who are in a with strong faith and fully surrender and but if he is not in that state but you are for him also you are giving privilege to take the privileges of the pure devotee who is in the pure devotional platform then he will exploit the things then sahaja thing he will bring up so we are all pure devotees mataji is also pure devotees or not they are also preach 1 month or 2 months or 1 year is over and you are also all pure devotees young people and they are all not no women are male or female you should not identify no need to so follow male female rules because that's only for the body but we are not body we are all pure devotees keep everyone in the one place in one room देखो क्या होगा pure devotees ना so people are saying that so then this is going on so even gays also pure devotees lesbians, gays, all. So then, why you have to consider a body actually? And no rules and regulations we need to follow. So we are all pure devotees. And we should not call Matajis, we should call pure devotee everyone. Prabhu, pure devotee. Then what will happen? तांडव होगा पूरा समाज में तो तांडव आग निकल जाएगा the most nasty society will be then will be called as our society. So that's why there is a rules and regulations. Even if they are pure devotee, they should follow such as social rules and regulations. You cannot say that male and female are equal because pure devotee everyone, so that's why they are unequal. Why you have to follow male female rules? So they are also pure devotee and become guru and make women also guru and do the Padasevanam. Then what will happen? आग निकलेगा actually. There will be a fire. Fire and butter will come together. There is butter will get melted. It's very dangerous. Yes, philosophy is right. Even Mataji's, Prabhus, everyone, that means are becoming eligible to become pure devotee and there is no need to follow any social rules and regulations. They are all equally treated. So, but while implementation of the society, you cannot so do based upon that. No, that should be in the consciously. You should have internally that, but externally, you should follow the basic rules and regulations as per dharma. So that society will be regulated actually. It is stabilized. नहीं तो कल का जो व्यक्ति उस प्लेटफॉर्म में नहीं है और वो भी क्या करेगा मैं भी प्योर डिवोटी करके सो डिवोटी है कोई दंड जरूरत नहीं है तो तब तो क्या होगा ठीक है दिस पर्सन में भी रियली प्योर डिवोटी एंड बिकॉज ऑफ सम मिस्टेक इवन इफ ही डज वी शुड फॉरगिव हिम ऑन द डिवोशनल प्लेटफॉर्म यस maybe because of in the pure devotional platform also if anartha is there then so there is a some mistake can happen because another vritti before that there is a mistake can happen okay we accept but now for the devotee society there is no need to give any punishment if you put this then tomorrow in your society joining people and who are not in the pure devotional platform with the intention of cheating they are joining then how to regulate them actually you have to that's a put a filter actually which is applicable for the everyone. In that case, pure devotees also follow that out of example. This is best system. That's why there is a need of वर्णाश्रम धर्म. ऐसा मत बोलो कि अभी भक्ति के लिए तो कोई कानून जरूरत ही नहीं है हटाओ सब जब हटाते जाएंगे तो क्या होगा इट विल बिकम ए सहजिया सोसाइटी ऑलरेडी एक बात देख चुके हैं हम लोग भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर के पहले साकी बाकी ये वो सब कुछ बहुत कुछ आए सब आउल बाउल और दोबारा इंट्रोड्यूस करना है क्या वो सब इसीलिए भक्ति सिद्धांत ये सब देख के बाबू ये सब जरूरत नहीं है अभी आप सन्यासी हैं ब्रह्मचारी हैं गृहस्थ वानप्रस्थ ये रूल्स फॉलो करो ऐसा नहीं कि मैं प्योर डिवोटी बाबा हूँ बाबा जी वेश ले लूंगा और मेरे लिए कोई रोक टोक नहीं है किसी से भी घंटों घंटों औरत से भी बात करता हूँ क्योंकि बाबा है मैं बाबा तो सबसे ऊपर है वर्ण और आश्रमों से क्या है हमारे लिए क्या नहीं है तब तो क्या होगा बाबा जी 3 डजन आ जाएगा अब दोबारा इंट्रोड्यूस करना है क्या वो अभी हमारा आचार्य जो कर रहे हैं उसको विपरीत जिसको अरे मना किया गया ऑलरेडी 200 साल पहले जाके हिस्ट्री खोलो गौड़ी वैष्णव का हिस्ट्री भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की पहले हिस्ट्री खोल के देखो क्या है इसको खोलने के लिए पढ़ो जो सज्जन तोष ने ये सब आपको समझ में आएगा उसका हिस्ट्री दोबारा इंट्रोड्यूस करने की कोई जरूरत cannot be introduced no that's why Prabhupada is saying a show bottle simply show bottle will not do so the varnashrama dharma should be introduced all over the world इसको क्यों हम लोग लेते नहीं क्या प्रभुपाद चीप है क्या his instruction is so cheap so that means प्रभुपाद में जो आपको पसंद लगे उतना ही लेंगे क्या what is this actually why we are delaying this why we are delaying this actually why we think that this is oh this topic is not yet what not yet decided hazar times thousands of times is saying this otherwise your society will become sahajiya society Very soon it will sprout up this so many unwanted things. So many problems are going to come. So he was saying at that time, sannyasi is falling and this varnashram dharma must be implemented, and everyone should be trained as per the varna and ashrama very strictly. And but the goal of that varnashram dharma is making everyone pure devotee, Vaishnava. Thus, as Aswarupa introduced, starting with Iskcon community. So, Iskcon community shuru karna hai kya? She is asking. Prabhupada, yes, Brahmana Kshatriya, there must be regular education. Must be man इसका अर्थ क्या? थोड़ा रिलैक्सेशन है क्या? Must का अर्थ वही होते हैं. Must man must ही है. 1977, end of this journey, he is saying this. Now we are started saying there is no need of all this. We are all एक वर्ण. कहाँ से आया भाई? आप आचार्य से बढ़कर बहुत बड़ा बन गए क्या? आजकल का नया फिलॉसफी सिद्धांत आने लगा सोसाइटी में. First of all, do you know what is pure devotion? Do you know what is the qualification? Do you know what are the symptoms of that? Do you know what happened in the history? So why you are not considering, and why our Acharya is shouting for this actually? And why you want to go against to our Acharya? And why we want to violate the Bhaktivinoda Thakur? So much worried for this actually. Sahaja, chanting and Sahaja Siddhanta came into our Vaishnava philosophy. So Prabhupada is saying, yes, Brahmana Kshatriya, there must be regular education. But in our community, if being as we are training up as Vaishnavas, Prabhupada, yes, I'm sorry. Then how will we be able to make divisions in our society? Vaishnavas, all are Vaishnavas. All are pure devotees. There should not be any divisions. And what Prabhupada is saying, yes, then how will we? Yes. How will we be able to make divisions in our society? Harisori, Prabhu is asking. Then Prabhupada is saying, Vaishnava is not so easy. Becoming pure devotee is not so easy actually. Coming out from all the body designations and engaging himself directly in devotional service for the pleasure of the Krishna is not so easy. The Varnashram Dharma should be established to become a Vaishnava. So that is the point actually. So even Krishna is saying, Tavat karmani kurvita mat katadau shraddha yavanna jai. Shastra, philosophy also is supporting. Prabhupada is also saying, and practically we already burnt our hands. And what else we need? This is the problem actually. Kali Yuga is so powerful actually. It will not allow to accept the right thing so easily. It is Kali Yuga mentality is make everything dilute and cheap and destroy everything. And appears it's so nice, but inside kokala hote chale jayega. That's why to become Vaishnava, that's why we need that Varnashram is nothing but Daya Varnashram, which is needed to make everyone Vaishnava. आप इतना सुनने के बाद फिर भी कहीं ना कहीं आता है, ये जरूरत नहीं है. ये प्रभुपाद का स्टेटमेंट भी नहीं जाता है हम लोगों के हृदय में. क्यों? मैं कई बार देखता हूं, why they are not understanding direct words of Prabhupada and what kind of followers they are. How can you say they are the Prabhupada's followers? How can you say them actually? I'm asking this. Why you want to relax this and why you want to take the side meanings of this? Prabhupada is directly saying or not? That be ending of his. Then after this, did you see anything else he's speaking? He's again and again substantiating. If you see in the further months, is again and again philosophy, Baba. That's a philosophy. This is not the Prabhupada's philosophy, it's original philosophy of the Bhagavatam. And also, previous Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying this movement, Daiva Varnashrama, is not started by Prabhupada. No. It was introduced by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. You harmonist, you read that so many articles on Daiva Varnashrama, what is there, and also so many Daiva Varnashrama definitions and so many literature was written actually. Prabhupada ये movement start कर 1917. You can see in that. प्रभुपाद जी ये मूवमेंट स्टार्ट करने की पहले ही वो भक्तिविनोद ठाकुर और उनका डिसाइपल्स कितना बार बोलते थे वो। जीबीसी ब्यूरो से अपॉइंटेड है मैं, ऊपर से अपॉइंटेड मैं कहीं से नहीं। ऑल इंडिया लीडर्स हैव सेलेक्टेड IBAC. So as awareness, first of all, to make the awareness of this, it's not that our leaders are neglecting this. They appointed me to teach all of you actually. Yeah. In the next level is, so next step of this, how to proceed further. So we have to implement this. ऐसा एक दिन में manifest होने वाला चीज नहीं. So we have to have Varnashrama colleges. Next step. But to have Varnashrama college, because Prabhupada is saying regular training is needed for the Brahmana Kshatriyas, yes? And how to do that? He is saying that Varnashrama college. College means how to get the college? Only just चार दीवार खड़ा करने से college होगा क्या? नहीं, teachers चाहिए. How to get the teachers? So whoever is having in your congregation or in your the groups, and some people definitely should continue the Sankirtan and temple worship and everything that should go on. And few people also should be engaged in the, so becoming a teachers actually. How to become teachers? For the Varnashrama college. So that is also there. That means every weekend they should come together and first to discuss the speaking about Varnashrama Dharma book. Srila Prabhupada's whole idea is there in that book. And have a regular meetings and let them so start the, that means discussions on that book, based upon that books. And after a few months, they will be taking up one field. One may be organic farming. ऐसा उन लोगों को कौन बोले हैं कि सॉफ्टवेयर पढ़ के कॉर्पोरेट में काम करने के लिए? हम लोग बोले हैं क्या? तो उन लोगों को नीड लगा ना, तो उसके लिए तो टाइम निकाल के कर रहे हैं नहीं। वैसे उन लोग ये भी बोल रहे हैं, बाबू ये लाइफस्टाइल नहीं, ये लाइफस्टाइल के आने के लिए यू टेक आउट लिटिल टाइम फ्रॉम दैट। उसमें 10 घंटा काम कर रहे हैं तो आज का सिस्टम में, तो उसमें से 1 घंटा निकालो पर डे, and for a week you take out some 5-6 hours and do understand as a, that means member of this society, everyone should be so doing the or learning the one area. One maybe learn the Ayurveda, one maybe learn the agriculture, co-production, like this different fields are there. Then after that, next level is they can have Varnashrama college. That's the next level of the formation of that. And also these team members, they will be surveying the land, searching the land, and also they can few can become the so village preaching also they will be doing. Already existing villages go and preach, and then it's easy to turn them to the first to make them devotees, then we have to refine the systems. What are the systems they are following? So like this, the action steps. First action step is have a regular meeting with few interested devotees. So that means who are at least able to understand the need of this, and having regular discussions through the speaking about Varnashrama Dharma book. That is the first and foremost easy step. वो एक 6 महीना करके बोलो, तब मैं बोलता हूँ नेक्स्ट क्या करते, इतना तो। हाँ,
Varnashram college and this Prabhupada suggested about establishing a college for our philosophy also.
yes,
Both are same.
that's different. Varnashrama college to train regular Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudras. That's for philosopher, everyone that is. So that's why Varnashrama college means everywhere now they are having the colleges to train how to become a worker in industry. Prabhupada wanted to replace all these colleges with the Varnashrama colleges. Every village town there should be Varnashrama colleges. And people should be trained in these Varnas and Ashramas, regular Varnas and Ashramas. So that society that now new children should not go that side. They should come this side. Anyway, this is going to happen 100%. Will not happen. Prabhupada desiring will not happen. Will happen. If you are want to take credit, you can take. Otherwise, we are going to do. So, but it is needed for everyone. इसको इम्प्लीमेंट ना करेंगे, घड़ा में छेद बना के कितना भी पानी नदी से घर ले जाने के लिए प्रयास करो, कुछ नहीं आएगा। वो घर आते आते पूरा खाली रहेगा। क्योंकि जब सिस्टम को यदि आप एक्सेप्ट नहीं करेंगे, आपको उन लोग इतना उलझाते रहते हैं, प्रभु जी मेरा ऑफिस वर्क है, अब हम ये नहीं कर सकते, वो नहीं करते, सब घटा घटा के कुछ नहीं करेंगे वो लोग। अल्टीमेट आप उसके पीछे पढ़ते पढ़ते अपना टाइम वेस्ट करेंगे, बस कुछ होने वाला। और वो केवल आपको खाने पीने के लिए कुछ डोनेशन देगा, उससे क्या होगा एक्चुअली? और उसको पैम्परिंग करते रहेंगे 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 और कुछ नहीं, उनका प्रोग्रेस नहीं, हमारा प्रोग्रेस। क्योंकि सात्विकता है नहीं। हाँ।
In this system, Brahmanas teachers who are teaching the Vaishnava philosophy, and Kshatriya and
Kshatriyas, they are teaching, they are learning dharma and protection. They will be learning the protection principle has to be implemented as per the present system.
how we will cope up with government.
अरे वो सब इजी से होता है, अभी पहले तो शुरू तो करो, जो बोल रहे हैं वो करो। पहले आप इतना सोच के घबराने में, आप पैर तो कदम तो डालो, तो हम बाद में बोलेंगे। प्रभुपाद खुद बोल रहे हैं सब क्षत्रिय वैष्णव मीन क्षत्रिय में ऐसा नहीं कि एकदम मूवी में देखते हैं ऐसा ही। It's not the externals, it is a principle actually, protection principle. I mean, now you might be having the gun also in your hands. The protection of our community, our devotees. Protection is the principle actually. Time being, actually, we are using this, whatever the enemy is having, this such a weapons we use. But when that completely that society destroyed, then we will also leave these weapons. Principle you should understand. And also, it's not going to happen one day overnight. Everything is just becoming like that. And don't worry. So take the step. First of all, you produce your own food and try to dependent. That means try to independent from the existing society in food wise, in the education wise, in the health wise. As much as possible, you should reduce your dependency on so-called people. Actually, उनकी बाउंड्रीज में हम लोग नहीं रहना। अरे इतना छोटा छोटा श्री सी सब क्या है बोलो तो उसका, अरे वो आजकल साउथ इन तमिलनाडु वाला बाबा क्या नाम है, ईशा ईशा, हाँ हाँ, सदगुरु बाबा। तो दे आर आल्सो डूइंग सो मच एक्चुअली। उनको कोई शास्त्र का आइडिया ही नहीं, वो लोग तो शास्त्र इतना फॉलो करते ही नहीं है, वो लोग इतना तेजी से स्प्रेड हो गए, पता है ना। और इतना कंसर्न है एक्चुअली, वो अपना सोसाइटी, अपना कम्युनिटीज और अपना, और हम लोग इतना डीप रूटेड इन फिलॉसफी, बट एक्शंस वेरी so light. Last is deep, but actions are very light. So that's why Vaishnava is not so easy. The Varnashrama should be established to become a Vaishnava. It is not so easy to become Vaishnava. So no, it is not a cheap thing. Yes. Therefore, this should be made. Vaishnava. To become Vaishnava is not so easy. कितना बार बोले एक मिनट में, एक बार, दो, और इधर तीन, चार. If Vaishnava become is so easy, why so many fall down? Tell me. Nobody asking you. You are saying it's not easy. Prabhupada only saying this. So fall down. It's not easy. Sannyasi is for the highest qualified Brahman. If there is no Brahmanical training, just ऐसा ऊपर का फॉर्मेलिटीज फॉलो करते हैं, 40 साल 30 साल इसमें है, तो बस उसको तो संन्यास दे दो। ब्राह्मणिकल ट्रेनिंग ही नहीं है तो संन्यास दे दिया, तो कल क्या होगा? तो 20-30 साल के बाद निकल के आएगा पूरा हिस्ट्री। बाबा यही होगा। If you don't follow, accept the system, if you take everything so casual and cheaply, easily, give the result. Backfire will be happening definitely. Already happened, and if you see, it's already happened. So that's why you cannot. Our philosophy is very clear. Yes, woman, man is equal. We are accepting, but we should follow before so accepting that we are also following the Varnashram Dharma, Daiva Varnashram Dharma, where we cannot equate everyone and we cannot mix freely everyone. So that's right. Now, without understanding our whole process, people are thinking that, oh, why they cannot become Guru? These people are not becoming Guru. These are all things are coming. If you understand the process, then it's very easy. Is there any need of fighting so much for this? Nothing actually. Goal is we are accepting everyone is equal. But for the social rules and regulations to avoid this kind of, that means if you don't, you cannot implement the society based upon pure devotion. That is consciousness and that is needed. Internally we accept. But to regulate the nonsense, we follow the standards which are applied to the everyone. Regulations should be there, people for everyone. So the excuses, whatever is there for the highest people, that kind of excuses you cannot give to all. Then there is a problem. That's why it is needed to make the segregation, differences, training. And we even pure devotee is, but he will be following the basic people's rules and regulations to set an exam. So yes, therefore, this should be made. So the Varnashram system is like Kanishtas. Yes. That means who doesn't develop Drushraddha, they are all Kanishtas. So Prabhuji, so our sannyasis also Varnashram, they are also Kanishtas. Already we accepted Varnashram Dharma, yes or no? That's why Brahmachari. If you are not going to accept Varnashram Dharma, you should not call yourself as Brahmachari. You should say yourself a Babaji. I am Baba. Already we accept only few things we are not accepting. जहाँ थोड़ा सा दर्द है वो छोड़ दिए बोलते हमको ये नहीं चाहिए उसके लिए कैसे ना कैसे फिलॉसफी दिए आते हैं उल्टा सीधा so if you don't want to accept varnashrama, don't call yourself a sannyasi, also brahmachari, grihastha, vanaprastha. This was not there actually when varnashrama is not accepted. Then also don't call as brahmana. और बाकी तीन ही है ना, वो तीन थोड़ा सा दर्द वाला है, इसलिए नहीं चाहिए नहीं चाहिए पूरा पूरा 8 में तो 5 तो हो गया, 3 बचा है, क्षत्रिय वैश्य शूद्र। नहीं सब करना है, करेंगे, कहाँ जाएंगे बिना करके, दोबारा आना ही पड़ेगा। इतना जल्दी क्या, वही नॉट सो इजी चले जाने के लिए, बेटा वापस आ जाओ, कहाँ जाएगा चल आगे, अब ये पढ़ेंगे हम लोग। ये कहाँ चले गए हम लोग इस तरह हाँ फुल सरेंडर का, यस यस फुल, हर वक्त उधर ही लिंक होते हैं सब कुछ। फुल सरेंडर, बिना फुल सरेंडर यू नीड टू हैव वर्णाश्रम। For full surrendered people, there is no need of varnashram. Full surrender means if he said that now just 24 hours you should do this service, that service, he'll be doing. And irrespective of your social conditions and physical conditions, you should do service. That is full surrender. ऐसा करने वाले को वर्णाश्रम जरूरत नहीं, there is no need actually. My only concern is just to make to understand. First awareness, then after that desire, then after that implementation. Now this is a round of awareness. So next round there is a desire, and next after that janati ichchati yatati. जानती मैंने जानना, इसके बाद डिजायर करना, उसके बाद यतति मीन्स implementation. So I really sincerely request all of you. So whenever your juniors also, if they ask, So try to make them clarify the philosophy properly and show them what is our process, what happened. And if you're really interested, so please read the previous history of the Gaudiya Vaishnavism. In the previous generations, what happened at the time of Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Bhakti Siddhanta. Is there any wrong knowing this? Is it wrong? Is it wrong? No, no. So please try to know. And no Acharya, our Prabhupada is a strict follower of their previous Acharyas. And don't get any fear of that. Oh, maybe if I go, then I may leave Prabhupada. Hare Baba, what is this? Another speculation is here. Prabhupada is a staunch follower of his Guru. And and all the previous their Gurus said they are staunch followers of their previous Gurus. And no deviation from anyone actually. उसके लिए आपको डरने की जरूरत ही नहीं एक्चुअली उससे और आपको और भी मजा आता है कि अरे मेरा दादाजी कितना बढ़िया है एक्चुअली परदादा को बहुत स्ट्रिक्टली फॉलो किए हैं ऐसा फीलिंग आएगा अब रोमांचित हो जाएंगे एक्चुअली जो भक्ति सिद्धांत 1910s में जो बोल रहे हैं वो प्रभुपाद जी 1970s में बोलेंगे he is taking the mission of Sri Bhakti Siddhanta very strongly actually very strictly तो उसको सुनने के बाद कैसा लगेगा आपको दिस इज सिंसियरिटी ऑफ श्रील प्रभुपाद लगेगा नहीं ऐसा तो हाँ 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 yes that's a proper the regular education for brahmana kshatriya and others the sacrifices which are recommended in the Vedas are meant to please the Supreme Personality of Godhead in me. In ignorance only people try to satisfy many other agents. अरे ये तो हो गया ना next मैत्रेय उवाच एवं वीरण्याक्षमसह्य विक्रमं ससादयित्वा हरिरादिसूकरः जगामलोकं स्वमखण्डितोत्सवं समीडितः पुष्करविष्टरादिभिः Sri Maitreya continued, after thus killing the most formidable demon Hiranyaksha, the Supreme Lord Hari, the origin of boar species, returned to his own abode, where there is always an uninterrupted festival. उधर रोज फेस्टिवल ही फेस्टिवल है त्योहार मनाते रहते हैं उधर इन वराह लोक का हाँ रोज फीस्ट आज उधर फीस्ट खाने के बाद कोई साइड इफेक्ट्स नहीं no pain of so many other things here. Yeah, all the time full enjoyment. But either feast both difficult. Lot of selectiveness as the age increasing. Prabhuji, I don't want this. I don't want that. List of the rejection is increasing than the accepting. So if you want to increase your list of accepting, you should do physical service. Walk on the land, Mother Earth. When you walk on the land, Mother Earth with bare feet, all your negative energy will go. And all the muscles will be very strong. And your mind will be fresh. And your digestion power will increase. And all that means, so all the, that means, all the ways, your hunger will increase. And then you can do more service through honoring prasadam actually. Otherwise, your service by honoring prasadam will be cut down actually. You will be removed from this service. No, you don't want, you cannot fit. That's it. Go to the wherever it is there. In city means only preachers. Strong preachers all the time in the mood of spreading the mission. Remaining all people should be in the village. Preacher, if you are preaching, then you should be. Preaching means 24 hours you should be. So in the mission of preaching. हर एक व्यक्ति को पकड़ पकड़ के प्रचार करके भक्त बनाओ और बस ऐसा प्रभुपाद बोलते हैं एक दिन पूरा सिटी खाली हो जाएगा तो हमको सिटी टेम्पल्स का कोई जरूरत नहीं He said this also. He was dreaming that whole city will be vacated. अभी तो हम लोग बढ़ाते जा रहे हैं You can find in the folio. कोई भी इतना में सर्च करिए तो So no need of city temple. ऐसा कुछ मिलेगा किसी टाइम है तो करिए तो हम लोग भी सुनना चाहें. In folio you may get. Next, so Maitreya is saying that Lord went back to his abode there where are always festivals. So purport the Lord is spoken of herewith as the the origin of the four species, as stated in the Vedanta Sutra. The absolute truth is the origin of everything. Therefore, it is to be understood that all 84 lakh species of bodily forms originate from the Lord, who is always Adi, or the beginning. Adi Sukha. So Prabhupada is taking the word of Adi. Anadir Adir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. Anadir Adi. He is saying Adi. Adi means origin of everything. That is the meaning of Adi. So in Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna addresses the Lord as Adyam or original. Adyam means original. Similarly, in the Brahma Samhita, the Lord is addressed as Adi Purusha, the original person. In this situation, the Lord assumed the shape of a boar to kill the demon Hiranyaksha and pick up the earth from. Assumed means what? How you take this word assume? मैंने थोड़ा समय के लिए उसको ऐसा फॉर्म को अज्यूम किया और उसके बाद उसको फॉर्म को छोड़ दिया, ऐसा है क्या? नहीं. टुक है क्या? टुक माने उसके पहले नहीं, उसके पहले है या नहीं? हाँ. Here assume means just a manifesting only, existing thing only. तो उसको manifest किए. So it's just a showing. So Lord is showing, which is already existing. From the beginningless, from Anadi, all the forms are there in the Lord. And as for the situation, he will be manifesting different forms. So for the sake of delivering his devotees or pleasing his devotees. So that's why here assume means don't think that so now it was temporarily accepted and after that it is finished. No. Thus he became Adi Sukara, the original boar. In the material world, a boar or a pig is considered most abominable, but the Adi Sukara, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, was not treated as an ordinary boar. Even there are so many temples of the Varaha temples are there or not? Yes, in South India they are there. Yeah.
Morning walk.
Yes. Can you tell me the
May 27, 1970.
20? Okay, एक मिनट. मैं जाऊँ क्या उसमें? इसमें देखा भी नहीं. 27.
27 May 1974. Sit down.
और
The word sitting.
Control. Control.
Yes.
49. Electricity. Scarcity.
Below 60. Small cities.
Yogeshwara. So we should begin our rural communities like New Vrindavan, and then by training up people in the cities, we can send them gradually. There will be no city. We don't want cities. What about our city temples? No. For time it may go on, but as we make progress, there will be no necessity. City means for the present we have got. Because the city is there, we are there. But suppose the city is closed, so we shall be there. If the city is closed, we still will be there. So, but we can predict that cities will go on for quite some time. Yes, it will go on. But when they will see that your ideal community is better than city life, people will take to it. Param drishva nivartate. When one gets a better standard of life, naturally he will give up the low standard of life. प्रभुपाद का सपना कितना बड़ा है देखिए, वो कम्युनिटीज ऐसा बना के सिटी वाले को सबको अट्रैक्ट करके खाली कराना चाहते हैं। और हम लोगों का सपना और दूसरा ही चल रहा है एक्चुअली। इधर में कैसे न कैसे एडजस्ट करके इधर ही इधर जगह बना दे। वो खाली करना चाहते हैं पिताजी, और बच्चा सोचते हैं कि उधर बना। दिस इज द प्रभुपाद मूड। Especially that's the morning walk room conversations. He is discussing his heart with his close associates that you should always read us. And you are a staunch follower. You should be a strong follower of Srila Prabhupada. And that will definitely will save you from many things. That will save your wasting of your time. अदरवाइज आपको लगता है पूरा ब्लैंक, अभी तो कुछ है नहीं मेरे सिवा, थोड़ा तो एंटरटेनमेंट कर ले। बट व्हेन यू फॉलो द मिशन ऑफ Srila Prabhupada, then that will really change your whole life. प्रभुपाद का सपना को खुद देखने शुरू करो, अब आपको आनंद आएगा कि पूरा दुनिया को, पूरे सिटीज को खाली करके ले जाना है। कितना बड़ा काम है ये तो। तो वजन उठाना तो बड़ा वाला वजन उठाओ ना, तब तो आनंद आएगा, हल्का फुल्का लेके जाने में क्या पूरा एकदम पूरा बल, पूरा एकदम भार अपने ऊपर लेके उठाओ, तब आनंद आएगा। तो उसमें बहुत, उसमें जब आप आहुति हो जाएंगे उसकी मिशन के लिए, तब उसमें रियल आनंद आता है। You have to sacrifice everything of your for the dream of your acharya. Then that will really make, वो है एक्चुअली एक आनंद मिलता है एक्चुअली उसमें। नहीं तो पूरा सब कुछ अपना स्वार्थ के लिए रिजर्व रखे, ये थोड़ा सा नाम के उनके फॉलोअर बोलने के लिए, दिखाने के लिए कुछ करेंगे, क्या मजा है इसमें? देयर इज नो रियल मजा। यस, this verse confirms the statement in Bhagavad Gita that the Lord appears as his form is transcendental abode for the sake of killing the miscreants and saving the devotees. By killing the demons, Hiranyaksha he fulfilled his promise to kill the demons and always protect demigods headed by Brahma. The statement that the Lord returned to his own abode indicates that he has his own particular transcendental residence. Since he is full of all energies, he is all pervasive in spite of his residing in Golok Vrindavan, just as sun. Although situated in a particular place within the universe, he is presently by sunshine through the universe. Like Lord is there in his abode, and also he is existing everywhere. That is also true. And also he is there everywhere, and also he is there in the form of Nrsinga, Varaha, Matsya, Kurma in the Varaha Loka, Nrsinga Loka, Matsya Loka, Kurma Loka. And also all these forms there in that original Krishna who is in the Vrindavan. Simultaneously, everything is there also, everything is manifesting in the different lokas also. And also the same Krishna is existing here also. That is Achintya. Where his inconceivable potencies, he is always a Vibhu. These are all things are very detailedly with the slokas explained in the Bhagavad Sandarbha. If you have time, you read this Sandarbha actually. Vibhutvam of the Lord is extensively discussed actually. Very, very systematically based upon the Shastra. So based upon the Shastric injunction, that is based upon Bhagavatam statements, Jiva Goswami is establishing many facts about the Vibhutvam of the Lord. Sandarbha is also very simple actually. So definitely, really I'm saying it's a foundational philosophy. It's not such a big philosophy. Whatever we are reading from the Prabhupada books, that only is there in that. Prabhupada books and Sandarbhas are not different. So only thing is what is advantage? So only thing is, so if any fact you want to establish, then you will be finding this so many quotes actually for that from the various Puranas and also from the Bhagavatam and from many other references. So that will making you help. So your Shraddha will become very strong. Because anything, any fact is seen through the Shastra, it will help. But Prabhupada reduced quoting the so many things and gave in a form of in a lucid form. So because otherwise we will not read this. हम लोगों का अभी ऑलरेडी थोड़ा सा श्लोक पढ़ने के लिए दर्द होता है, तो ये सभी श्लोक ही श्लोक डालते जाएंगे तो ये लोग पढ़ेंगे नहीं करके उन्होंने सिंपलीफाई करके। लेकिन एज ए सीरियस स्टूडेंट यू हैव टू स्टडी, आफ्टर स्टडीइंग प्रभुपाद बुक्स यू शुड स्टडी। व्हाट इज द लॉस इन दैट? देयर इज नथिंग लॉस। Lord descends from his abode to this world and therefore is called avatar, which means one who descends. Sometimes avatara is understood to refer to an incarnation who assumes a material form or of flesh and bone, but actually avatara refers to only who descends from higher region. ऐसे किसी बोलते हैं, ये तो अवतार है, ऐसा बोलते किसी ने बढ़िया आदमी को सोसाइटी में बोलते थे भगवान का अवतार। प्रभुपाद बोले बॉडी डिसेंड को ये अवतार नहीं बोलना चाहिए। यू शुड नॉट यूज अवतार फॉर दी सो कॉल्ड, सो विभूति है ऐसा भी बोलते हैं, तो विभूति है, ये अवतार है। कोई जो बहुत ज्यादा चैरिटी काम किए हैं, ऐसे पॉलिटिशियंस हैं, कुछ सोशल वर्कर्स हैं, उनको अवतार बोलते हैं। इट्स नॉट गुड एक्चुअली, दैट्स नॉट राइट। मया यथानुक्तमवादिते हरे कृतावतारस्य सुमित्रचेष्टितं यथा हिरण्याक्ष उदार विक्रमो महाभूते क्रीडनवन्निराकृता। Maitreya continued, my dear Vidura, I have explained to you the personality of Godhead's coming down as the firstborn incarnation and killing in a great fight a demon of unprecedented prowess as if he were just a plaything. This has been narrated by me as I heard it from my predecessor spiritual masters. कोई इसमें गलती नहीं है, as it is I explained, Maitreya is saying. So whatever he heard from his. Here the sage Maitreya admits that he explained the incident of the killing of Hiranyaksha by the Supreme Personality of Godhead as a straight narration. He didn't manufacture anything or add interpretations, but explained whatever he had heard from his spiritual master. Thus he accepted as a bona fide the system of parampara or receiving the transcendental message in disciplic succession. Unless received by this bona fide process of hearing from spiritual master, the statement of an acharya or preceptor cannot be valid. Next, Sutavacha. Now coming camera down actually. It's going on with what Suta and Sonuka. And that is being zoom out actually. Now if you zoom in, then who is inside? Sukadev Goswami explaining everything to Parikshit. If you even go little zoom in, then Maitreya is explaining to Vigara. Now Sota, you are zooming out, you are coming out. So Sota is telling to Saunaka Rishis. Iti Kausharavakhyatam Asrutya Bhagavatkatha Kshattanandam Param Leke Mahabhagavato Dvija. So the Goswami continued, my dear Brahmana, Kshatta, Vidura, the great devotee of the Lord, achieved transcendental bliss by hearing the narrations of the pastimes of the Supreme Personality of Godhead from the authoritative source of the sage Kausharava, that means Maitreya. And he was very pleased. Here Prabhupada is explaining this. If anyone wants to derive transcendental pleasure by hearing the pastimes of the Lord, he must hear from the authoritative source, as explained here. Maitreya heard the narrations from his bona fide spiritual master, and Vidura also heard from Maitreya. Nowadays, actually, they are following so many so-called masala kathakars in the YouTubes, and they are adding their masala to their katha actually while sitting in the Vyasasana, they're bringing up the so many unauthenticated stories. And also in this, sometimes we are seeing directly sitting in the Vyasasana in our temples and they are speaking this. Completely it is against the philosophy. They don't know also this. In many small temples where there is less vigilance and people they are there. I have one example. that that speaker, he doesn't know who is Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur Goswami. He got initiated also. And he's sitting in the Vyasa and speaking Bhagavatam. Such people also there. They don't know who. And some people, they don't know their guru's name also. They were given with the Diksha. If you ask who is Guru, they mean that Govinda, something like that. वैसा स्थिति हो गया, बाप रे बाप। भीड़ इकट्ठा करने की चक्कर में इतना भयानक हो गया कुछ कुछ विलेजेस में। सो हाँ, नाम ही नहीं पता है, गुरु का नाम भी ठीक से नहीं। आप बहुत लोगों सो छोड़ भी दे रहे हैं। सोलह माला वो पहले तो थोड़ा सा उत्साह में लिए है, ये तो ऐसा कुछ 2-4 महीना प्रचार करते हैं, उसके बाद यात्रा 2-4 घुमाते हैं, उसके बाद बस तो अभी आपको दीक्षा लेना है, तो बस क्योंकि दीक्षा नहीं दिलाएंगे तो अब कब्जा कोई करेंगे करके उनको रुमाल, ये अपना रुमाल डाल देंगे। कोई ट्रेनिंग नहीं है, कोई कुछ नहीं है, बस भीड़ को बना दो, नहीं तो कोई दूसरा प्रीचर आके उनकी कब्जा में लेंगे करके डर है एक्चुअली। तो तुरंत तुरंत जल्दी जल्दी दीक्षा दिला दे दो तो वो अपना हो जाएंगे बस। तो जब अपने से गुरु से नहीं तो अपने जो अपना गुरु नहीं तो आप जो इनकी जिनकी दिलाना चाहती है इनकी थ्रू दीक्षा लेते तब ये लोग इनके अंडर में रहेंगे जिंदगी भर, पैसे इनको देंगे और जो भी है सपोर्ट इनको करेंगे। भाई क्या है ये भाई, ये व्हाट्स गोइंग ऑन दिस, इज जस्ट डाइल्यूटिंग द प्रोसेस, कंप्लीटली बेकार एक्चुअली, ऐसा बीट से कोई फायदा नहीं। There is no use at all. No use for you because you are accepting him as a Shiksha disciple, and whatever sin they do, you have to take the share of that. Don't think that it's going to your spiritual master. Because you recommended, na, so that's it, go to you only. और इसीलिए आप आगे बढ़ ही नहीं सकते आप, because you are did the mistake, unqualified person you made him, so to get this process, and after that whatever he does, so you have to take share of that. आप ये नहीं देख रहे, ऊपर का केवल देख रहे कि बस भीड़ बन जाएगा और हमारा सपोर्ट मिलेगा, हमारा नंबर बढ़ेगा, लेकिन अंदर कितना सीन आएगा आपको देखो। और इसलिए आपको भी कोई टेस्ट नहीं रहेगा, उनको सबको रख के एकदम से धुआं निकलेगा, पागल हो जाएंगे। That's it, don't play cheap tricks actually like that. Nicely train them and make them to understand the process and the process of the bhakti, value of the bhakti, importance of the this process and the supremacy of the Lord. Get them understanding of this and let them understand the process and also the etiquettes. At least they should understand 10 offenses. Very important. If they don't have this idea how to so save themselves from the committing offenses, how to protect their bhakti beach, bhakti lata. So you have to give these all trainings, then okay. Otherwise, बहुत बहुत अनर्थ होने वाला है। It's a lot. Give holy name, distribute holy name, no problem. But so we have to make the process very so strict, and also it is so we need the boiling of the milk. अर्ली बर्री में दीक्षा दिलाने की कोई जरूरत नहीं, let them chant nicely and connected to the process and gradually understand. That's why if you want to do thing perfectly, then there is a pain. पेन आएगा आएगा, किसी का कॉन्शियस को एजुकेट करने के लिए आपका दर्द हो गए, वो दर्द ले लो तभी आपको आनंद आएगा। सो दर्द नहीं लेंगे तो प्रोसेस डाइल्यूट हो जाएगा। बहुत लोगों एक्चुअली अभी कहीं से सुना मैंने, आई डोंट नो हाउ मच ऑथेंटिसिटी, more than 50 to 60% people who are initiated, they are not chanting 16 rounds. I heard. I don't know the real references for this. It is happening. All over world. All over world. All over world. All over world में इंडिया में ही अभी ज्यादा है, 80 to 90% mission is only in India. Even outside also is Indian people only are there. Very less. Only in Russia and some places little. But otherwise most of the people are Indians only. And in India also most of the people are where? In the West Bengal and Orissa, Bangladesh. इधर कितने, महाराष्ट्र में कितना है? बहुत कम ही रहेंगे ना। कितना है ज्यादा ज्यादा 30,000 40, मैंने इनिशिएटेड वक्त 30,000 रहेंगे, 40 इससे ज्यादा तो रहेंगे। आंध्र और ये तब तो भूल ही जाओ, उसमें आप तो नंबर्स में 500 मैंने 1-2 हजार 2-3 हजार से ज्यादा है ना ब्रो, 4-5 हजार रहते हैं मैक्स। कितना बड़ा बड़ा टेम्पल्स में भी गुंटूरू राजमंड्री ये सब टेम्पल्स में तो कुछ भी नहीं, 50-100 से ज्यादा है। और रहते तो कहाँ रहेंगे, चलो हैदराबाद में रहेंगे, नहीं तो तिरुपति, इससे पूरा मिला कितना लोग हैं, 3-4 हजार एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव वक्त, 5 हजार, बस उससे ज्यादा नहीं। बहुत जगह पूरा 6 लाख गांव है इंडिया में पूरा, 6 lakhs ऑफ विलेजेस। 6 लाख डिवोटीज भी नहीं है हमारे पास अभी। 6 लाख विलेजेस, कितना बड़ा मिशन है। प्रभुपाद चाहते पूरा सिटी खाली करना है। तो हमारे पास 6 लाख क्वालिफाइड प्रॉपरली वेरी ट्रेन्ड राइफल जैसा, एकदम चाकू जैसा लोगों, 6 लाख भी नहीं हमारे पास। क्या कर रहे हैं हम लोग? बहुत बिंदास से चल रही गाड़ी। मिशन तो मिशन तो ऐसा कर रहे हैं कि हाँ बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत कर रहे हैं, लेकिन थोड़ा सा खोल के पन्ना पीछे करके देखो, प्रभुपाद जी क्या क्या सपना देख रहे हैं। तो इसीलिए वी हैव टू सैक्रिफाइस, इसमें आहुति होना चाहिए, बस जल जाओ इस मिशन में, देन ओनली देयर इज ए, प्रभुपाद भी बहुत प्रसन्न हो जाएंगे। वाह, एंड कृष्णा विल आल्सो सी वेरी नाइस दिस। सो प्रीचिंग हैज टू इंक्रीज, इट हैज टू। सिटीज में भी कितना कॉलेजेस हैं, कितना कॉलेज, सैकड़ों लाखों छात्र हैं, अभी इधर कितना बैठे हैं, बहुत कम है। सिटी प्रीचिंग भी नहीं चल रहा है ठीक से, ये भी नहीं चल रहा है, वो भी नहीं चल रहा है एक्चुअली। ठीक है ठीक है, हम लोग सोचेंगे विलेज में चलो नहीं जा रहे, कम से कम ये लोग पूरा सिटी कब्जा कर दिया क्या, ये भी नहीं है। कर रही क्या हम लोग? हाँ? नहीं नहीं, खाने दीजिए, तो खाने में कोई समस्या नहीं। लेकिन करना भी है एक्चुअली। नहीं खिलाएंगे तो जो है अभी लगेगा। वो जो है वो भी चले जाएगा। We are not against you for eating. You eat whatever you want. So it's good actually. But also digest that by serving. अभी पुस्तक वेतन ये सब चलना चाहिए, book distribution and also preaching in the colleges. Every college should be preached at least some basis near to that. Prabhupada said 1% like something and then 1% only, क्या बाप रे बाप, 800 crores means 8 crore people. तो सपना एक्चुअली अभी 8 लाख भी नहीं है। 8 लाख में भी आधा भी नहीं है। Even if you reach to the, so 8 lakh also is fine. Qualified people, very well trained. So we are very, very far from our mission and this Acharya's dream. What Prabhupada was, even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was dreaming every village and town, chanting holy names everyone. कब होगा? 6 लाख विलेजेस है, अभी तो एक विलेज भी नहीं, पूरा के पूरा विलेज भगवान के नाम जप कर रहे। चलो तो अभी इंक्रीज करने आप लोग अपना सेवा। If anyone wants to derive transcendental pleasure by hearing the pastimes of the Lord, he must hear from the authoritative source as explained here. Maitreya heard the narrations from the bona fide spiritual master, and Vidura also heard from Maitreya. One becomes an authority simply by presenting whatever he has heard from his spiritual master, and one who doesn't accept a bona fide spiritual master cannot be an authority. So this is clearly explained here. But people are so dull-headed, and the person is totally rejecting Shastra and he's saying that my experience only is my source of the knowledge. And people are blindly following them. Thousands and thousands. पता है ना वो बाबा का नाम? It's very sad. It's very sad, Prabhu. Because हाँ? वहां पे बहुत कैसे एक्चुअली इतना ब्लाइंडली, कैसा हम लोग एक छोटा सा मोबाइल खरीदने के लिए भी इतना अथॉरिटी चेक करते हैं, लेकिन स्पिरिचुअल फिलॉसफी के लिए कोई अथॉरिटी नहीं। कोई भी अपना फीलिंग से जो भी आएगा तो वो बोलेंगे तो इन लोगों को बहुत अच्छा लगता है। कितना चीटिंग एक्चुअली। That's why Prabhupada is very much worried for this. Because at that time, so many Babas already went before Prabhupada. Two Babas already went. One yogi and another bhogi. वन संभोग से समाधि तक ले जाने वाले और एक योग करके चिटका दिखाने वाले. That's why he's very much worried because of his their teachings. People are completely misguided in the West. But that same thing is happening now also. It is also stated in the Bhagavatam that simply by hearing an authoritative source, what with the ear and the heart, one can relish the pastimes of the Lord. Otherwise, it is not possible. Sanatana Goswami, therefore, he especially warned that one should not hear anything about the personality of God of the Lord from the lips of a non-devotee. No. So that's why we should not watch so-called. And sometimes nowadays people are even bewildered actually because they don't know what is their Siddhanta philosophy, and just outwardly he's speaking so relishing way. Oh Radha, 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 Radha. But if you open his philosophy, it's very dangerous. Antakarna Pratibimba Chaitanya is Jiva and Nara will be the Narayana. What is this? What is this philosophy actually? My God, you are saying Nara is Narayana. And he's saying that Nara means just a reflection on the Antakarna. Exactly the philosophy of Advaitins, Mayavad philosophy. And he's saying Radha, Radha. And we are all following that. That's why you should be very much strict in knowing your philosophy and also what is nonsense philosophy. That should be known. Otherwise, very danger. People will be cheated. इतना अच्छा से शुद्ध भक्त कृपा मिला लेकिन उसको हम लोग पानी में फेंक के और कहीं साइड ट्रैक में चले जाए because of our ignorance, because of not associating proper devotees, your bhakti bees will not grow.
Why fix? They are also ready for books. So
Why there?
yeah, why?
That's the Kali is very powerful. क्या करें? From this, we should understand that, like Brahmaji was showing that example, lust is so powerful, even so one can run behind his own daughter. So that's a be away from woman. So to set an example that is shown similarly, so it's very difficult, very danger. We have to take the learning lesson. Maya is so subtle and it can attack even after coming to this process. Be careful about this. Understanding what I'm saying. We should learn. Juhu Goswami is saying living guru is needed. Anyway, that we'll discuss some other time about this guru concept. We'll discuss the whole concept, then we can understand. Guru concept, guru, the types of guru. We'll discuss that somewhere. It's a big topic. It was discussed in this Bangalore, in the Bangalore Brahmachari classes. I discussed so many things about this. If you have time, so please go through those videos. They asked several questions because Bangalore is hub, na? That's why they asked so many questions. So in that videos, it was discussed, these questions. Maybe second day class, I think. Brahmachari class, second day class. In between, in middle it comes actually. Actually, topic is going about the karma gnana bhakti, but in middle topic was took out. Many minutes it went on. Okay, now I cannot open this because I have to finish my target also. So non-devotees are considered to be like serpents. As milk is poisoned by a serpent's touch, so although the narrations of the pastimes of the Lord is pure as milk, when administered by serpent like non-devotees, it becomes poisonous. Not only does it have no effect in transcendental blood, but it is also dangerous also. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has warned that no description of pastimes of the Lord should be heard from the Mayavadi or impersonalist school. That's why you should be very careful. They might be dressing like Vaishnava. And you might be hearing also so many, that means nectarian words so called. But you have to see what is his stand philosophically. What is the conception of the Lord? What is the conception of the seva? What is the conception about the bhakti? These has to be known. So that's why follow the authentic sampradayas and follow, better to follow our own family. No need to go here and there. Once one is associated with impersonalist, he can never understand the personal features of the Lord and his transcendental pastimes. ये होगा ही होगा. So if Jivatma comes into their contact, then they will definitely induce this knowledge. So that's why we have to be very careful. One should not associate. So even when I went to the Banaras, now they are all teachers actually, scholars. पैसा के लिए पढ़ाते हैं बस. उनका कोई स्टैंड नहीं. They are not a perfect Mayavadis at all. Whom I associated. So they don't have any kind of stand or anything. आज कल बुलाएंगे आप अपना वैष्णव सम्मान सभा में, वो आएंगे पुरस्कार लेके चले. So they are only scholars. But if you associate the Mayavadi, then it's very difficult actually. So they try to change so many things. But if you have the kripa of a pure devotee and his protection is there with you, then you'll be saved. And that's why you should not take risk of that, because we should not undermine the harm whatever can come by their association. One should be very careful about this. And also one should be careful in, suppose in the, even nowadays also, what is happening without of the not proper understanding of philosophy, where the leakage is there, that we are not understanding. In our philosophy also there is a leakage, and already Mayavadi philosophy is being introduced by the few people. So it is getting be introduced because of our negligence. जैसे आप खेती कर रहे हैं, खेती करते समय आप थोड़ा सा ध्यान नहीं देंगे तो क्या होगा, जो एंड्रकाई है ना, एंड्रकाई नहीं, वो क्या बोलते हैं, स्कार्प, क्रैप 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 क्या करते हैं, छेद. तो आप ध्यान नहीं देंगे तो क्या होगा, तो अपना पानी में पूरा खेत में पानी भर दिए है, और ये क्रैप क्या करते हो, वो मेड़ को छेद बना देगा और थोड़ा थोड़ा पहले जाते रहता है, और ध्यान नहीं देंगे तो और एक दो दिन अभी खेत नहीं गए तो पूरा का पूरा वो थोड़ा ड्राप थोड़ा सा फ्लो होगा, उसके बाद बड़ा हो जाएगा, पूरा का पूरा पानी निकल के चली जाए. The same thing is going to happen.
Can you give examples like what Mayavadi concepts have entered into our society?
So this kind of concepts, like Mayavadi philosophy, how it is entered, whenever we have our Vaishnava philosophy also, if it is not understandable, they are saying it is a Mayavadi philosophy. So yeah, this is, so few examples, giving example is not so good now. Everything is being recorded. Okay. Just I'm cautioning actually. I'm just cautioning that become aware of your own philosophy and know the subtleties, and so that nobody should cheat you. Okay. That's my intention. If people who are not so much properly well trained in the small villages and small centers, they are hearing here and there, and they are introducing so many concepts in our temples. I heard also. So such a things are happening because of they don't know, and they want to give the class, and they are hearing the Mayavadis, and they are bringing those concepts into the practice actually. They are sitting in our Vyasasana, in our temple, they are saying. That's the point. And now it is entering into our society. Then slowly, innocent people sitting and hearing, and on due course of time, it will become philosophy like that. That's the point. That means in your place also it can happen. Maybe your followers also. That means beginners, they might be doing carefully. Anyesham punya shlokanam uttayam yashasam satam upasrutya bhave modaha srivatsankasya kim punam. What to speak of hearing the fastest of the Lord, whose chest is marked with Srivasa? People may take transcendental pleasure even in hearing of the works and deeds of the devotees, whose fame is immortal. Next, Yogajendram Ishakrastam Dhyayantam Charanambujam Kroshantinam Karenunam Rujrato Mochayakrutam. The personality of Godhead delivered the king of elephant who was attacked by an alligator and who meditated upon the lotus feet of the Lord. At that time, the female elephant who accompanied him were crying, and the Lord saved them from the impending danger. So he just is saying, Sutta Goswami is telling about the Lord's glorious pastimes like this, like this, like that. Just he is saying that means Lord's pastimes, Lord he does like this, like that. Tam sukaradhyam rujubir ananya sharanai nrubihi krutagnaha kona seveta duraradhyam sadhubihi. What grateful soul one is there who would not render his loving service to such a great master as personality of Godhead. The Lord can be easily pleased by spotless devotee who resort exclusively to him for protection, though the unrighteous man finds it difficult to propitiate him. So Lord is such a great, that means he's protecting his devotees such a way. So we are seeing in that context it came. So just is serving him is very easily. Just by submitting himself, one can easily serve. But unrighteous man finds it difficult. Next. Yo vai hiranyakshavadam mahadbhutam vikriditam karana sukaratmanaha shrunoti gayantyanumodate jasa vimuchyate brahmavadada pidvija. O Brahmanas, anyone who hears chants or takes pleasure in wonderful narrations of the killing of Hiranyaksha demon by the Lord, who appeared as the firstborn in order to deliver the world, is at once relieved of the results of sinful activities, even the killing of Brahmana. You got this Falasruti. You are relieved from all sins now. It's not a exaggeration, it's a fact. It's 100%. If you say it's exaggeration, it's a tadarthavada. Sixth offense is happening. But Prabhu, still I'm seeing the sinful tendencies. So because it is fact, provided who doesn't have any offense. Offense रहेगा तो sin पूरा destroy नहीं होगा. जैसा offense क्या है? गीलापन है. और sin क्या है? लकड़ी है. और fire क्या है? अग्नि. भक्ति क्या है? अग्नि. समझ में आया? जितना ज्यादा गीला होगा उतना टाइम. हाँ, जितना गीलापन रहेगा, जैसे sin क्या है? वुड इज sin. उसमें गीलापन जो भी है वो offenses. And you lit the fire. Fire is bhakti. So if you lit the bhakti, this has to burn the sin. But if there is so much wetness, so this fire is not going to burn the wood. Similarly, bhakti, if you do, so until unless your sins are not destroyed, until unless your offenses are not reduced, sin will not be destroyed. It means kleshagnatvam subhadatvam will be manifesting as the amount of eradication of offenses happens. Okay, the amount of the bhakti effects depends upon directly proportional to the eradication of offenses. Understood?
Yes.
ऐसे इसीलिए हम लोगों के पास अभी offenses है, इसीलिए sin बचा है. But that Shruti is whatever is said by the Bhagavatam, that is a fact. That is a truth.
Regarding Falashruti, some devotees are adamant that Prabhupada never give emphasis on Falashruti.
That means what Prabhupada is saying, that reducing sin is not the goal of our life. Because in the Falsruti mainly we see this. So our goal of life is serving Krishna. So that's why don't bother about so much about this like that. So we have to understand. Next. Etan महापुण्यमलं पवित्रं धन्यं यशस्यं पदमायुराशिषां प्राणिगृहाणां दिशैर्यवर्धनं नारायणों ते गतिरङ्गशृण्वताम्. This most sacred narrative confers extraordinary merit, wealth, fame, longevity, and all the objects of one's desire. On the field of battle, it promotes the strength of one's vital organs of action. One who listens to it at the last moment of his life is transferred to the supreme abode of the Lord. Oh dear Saunaka. So devotees are generally attracted by the narrative of fastness of the Lord, and even though they don't prosecute austerities and or meditation, this very process of hearing attentively about the pastimes of the Lord will endow them with the innumerable benefits such as wealth, fame, longevity, and other desirable aims of life. That means bhakti can give its result even if you have shraddha or not. The shraddha is needed for only the purpose of what? For maintaining pure devotee is needed. But for bhakti to give its result, shraddha is needed? Not needed. Understood this? This already said several times. So that's why bhakti to give its results, it will give even if a rat is doing some abhasa bhakti, still also it is getting the result. Even someone chant the holy name without shraddha, with shraddha, he is going to get the result. But Dhrudha Shraddha is needed for a person actually. That's why Dhrudha Shraddha is a qualification of person, not the qualification of bhakti. So if one continues to hear Srimad Bhagavatam, which is full of narratives of the pastimes of the Lord, at the end of this life, one is sure to be transferred to eternal, transcendental abode of the Lord. So that means who can do this thing at the end of life, remembering the Krishna? Those who free from the offenses and who did the bhakti, those people only can remember the Lord at the end of the life. In the Ajamil case also, by the initial, when the Namakarna time, he took the holy name. So because of that holy name only, so all the sins, future, present and past, present, future, all the sins are destroyed and no offenses he has. That's why all sins are destroyed. And that's why he was able to remember. So Narayana, he was able to utter Narayana word. That arrangement is happened in his life because he doesn't have any kind of offenses and sins. So that's without happening this, it is not possible actually. Even after the at the till end also he is doing sins, but those are all जैसे दांत निकला हुआ सांप की जैसा है. Only Bhakti Mani to not manifest her glories, it is making him to do sins. Like that. Vishwanath commentary is there. You can.
Probably, someone is very offensive again, and he listens this part time. Listens when someone is speaking on the table. So will you go back?
That offenses should go on, then only.
Here it is whoever listens at that.
Yeah, provided conditions are there. That's why we have many stories are there in the Bhagavad. That also should be clubbed, no? That's true. But provided condition is there. So that's at the beginning of the devotional service is to spare some time and listen to Srimad Bhagavatam from the right source. The Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also recommended 5 items of devotional service, namely to serve the devotees of the Lord, to chant Hare Krishna, to hear Srimad Bhagavatam, to worship the deity of the Lord, and to live in a place of pilgrimage. So now we are doing this 5 hours, whatever. This is a direct devotional service. And it is not a, don't think that it's just a time pass. No. This is also direct devotional service, and which is the prime one. Out of 64, this fifth one, these 5 are very important. Just performing these 5 activities can deliver one from the miserable condition of material life. Thus end the Bhakti and the purpose of third canto, 19th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled The Killing of the Demons Hiranyaksha. 10 minutes रुको ना तो. Next chapter तो शुरू करके 10 श्लोक तो कम से कम कर. It's slow में. नहीं मैं बीच में थोड़ा आज टाइम खो दिया मैं
10 minutes something about that living groups.
Living- अरे चैप्टर तो पूरा था।
Many devotees come from that temple.
लाइव स्ट्रीमिंग बंद करके अब वो बताइए जो बताना है।
उसमें ऑलरेडी रिकॉर्डेड है, उसमें कोई समस्या नहीं।
मैं मतलब कुछ क्वेश्चन है।
अरे प्रभु ये सब तो थोड़ा सा आप 10 मिनट दीजिए ना प्लीज, 5 मिनट दीजिए, 5 प्लीज। नहीं कल तक तो बहुत, क्योंकि कल का आप लोग 3 मेरे मेरे फ्लाइट भी 3 बजे है, तो मैं 3 बजे छोड़ना है। कल 11 बजे से कितना बजे तक, 2:30 बजे तक चला है, 3 o'clock लगा था, बीच में 10 मिनट
सर 10:30 बजे चालू करो। मैं टाइम से ना
आगे तो लेट हो जाएगा।
नहीं नहीं, तो सो जाएंगे, 10:30 बजे नहीं। उसमें आधा घंटा की लालची से मेरा 3 घंटा वो लोग पूरा खो जाएंगे। वो अच्छा नहीं, वो कभी नहीं, कम 11 o'clock नहीं स्लीप एंड टेक 10 minutes क्या तो also 50।
तो 11 बजे ना सोना हो पाता है ना उठना हो पाता है।
अच्छा
हाँ वो सोते के बाद सोते पाएंगे और नहीं तो सोते नहीं।
11 बजे रेगुलर टाइम एटलीस्ट।
No, they finish some work. ठीक है वो 10 मिनट जाएगा।
चलो करें नहीं करूँ, just for 5 minutes exactly, okay, 6:45 also leave it. सौनक उवाच महीं प्रतिष्ठा मध्यस्य सौते स्वायंभुवो मनु तान्यवतिष्ठद्वाराणि मार्गायावर जन्मनाम्। Sri Saunuka inquired, O Suta Goswami, after the earth was again situated in its orbit, what did Swayambhu Manu do to show the paths of liberation to persons who were to take birth later on? अब स्टोरी कहाँ दिखाया, ये थोड़ा सा ध्यान दीजिए आप। तो Saunuka was asking Suta Goswami, what happened actually? See, this explaining about Hiranyaksha Vada and their appearance, Diti story. So these are all because Vidura asked that how this Hiranyaksha appeared and what else, how the fighting happened, everything he asked. That's it. So track was changed, and so Vidura was answered by Maitreya. Now Saunaka is asking to Suta Goswami. So after this, what happened actually? That means fighting is over, then earth is kept at right place, na? Then it is given to whom? Manu, Swayambhu Manu. Then that Swayambhu Manu, how he ruled this Mother Earth, and what kind of systems he made for the people. That means karma, jnana, bhakti, all these will be defined by whom? Manu only, na? Manu will be giving the Dharma Shastra. That means he is saying, so what kind of, that means Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra, Brahmachari, Gruhastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyasi, their duties, what is karma, what is apat dharma, what is the nitya dharma, what is naimitya dharma, what is karma karma, what is the prayaschitta karma, like that, all these who is defining? Manu only. So that is the point he is asking Saunuka. So how this Manu so made the different plans or different systems for these human beings on this earth. So please explain those. Like that he is asking this. And that means for the liberation's sake, what he gave Nishkam Karma Yoga. If you see Manusmriti, all the how to organize society and how to so make them devotees and how to make, how can they can become the jnanis, like that. You can see the two different paths. Everything, all the rules are set there. So how he made, like that question here Saunaka is asking actually to Suta Goswami. So then next, Kshatta Mahabhagavatah Krishnasya Suhrit Yastasya Jakrajam Krishne Sapatyam Aghavaniti. After asking this, Saunaka thought that, oh, why I am asking directly Suta Goswami this? Better to, I should ask what Vidura asked to Maitreya. Vidura also might have asked the same question what I am asking to the Maitreya. Then if I hear this conversation, that is good, na? Instead of deviating Suta Goswami to answer his question, immediately Saunaka corrected himself and he is saying that what questions asked by Vidura, you explain that only. You understood? So that's why he doesn't expecting. So Saunaka is not expecting the answer for his question directly from Sutta Goswami, but he's expecting answer for his question through the conversation between Vidura and Maitreya. So that's why he's asking, is now putting that into the sloka. Vidura, so who was a great devotee and friend of Lord Krishna and who gave up the company of his elder brother because of the latter, along with his sons, played tricks against the desires of the Lord. That means he is asking about Vidura. That means, and next you can see in the next coming slokas what Vidura inquired Maitreya also is also seen in here. Next, Dvaipayana Danavaro Mahitve Tasya Dehajaha Sarvatmana Sita Krishnam Tatparam Chapyanuvrataha. So Vidura was born from the body of Vedavyasa and was not less than he. Thus he accepted the lotus feet of the Krishna wholeheartedly and was attached to his devotees. Here Saunaka is glorifying about Vidura. So he was cheated by his, in the previous sloka we have seen, he was cheated by his brother. Elder brother is so cunning fellow, actually, he is having a lot of affection for his wicked son. And Putra Moham is because of this, he became internally also blind. Externally is blind, physically is blind, and also he is blind. His knowledge is covered out of attachment for his so wicked son. So like this, Dhritarashtra is so weak, and Vidura always trying again and again. Many times he tried to instruct his brother to bring to the right path, but he is getting the association of such a Vidura pure devotees association, but still he didn't become a pure devotee. Dhritarashtra didn't become pure devotee. Why? Because of his offenses, severe offenses. Vidura is such a pure devotee. So many times he was giving teaching in the Mahabharata. That's the reason is they, if someone have, and also Vidura deliberately tried. So many times he gave the, so why you are doing this wrong thing, don't do. And he's also explaining about Krishna. These 4 people planned to kill Krishna when he came for messenger, as a messenger. And nobody is, Dhritarashtra, nobody is stopping that. And Vidura was saying it's completely wrong. Bhishma also saying, Bhishma is one pure devotee, Vidura is another pure devotee. And in their association, this demon, 4 demons and also this Dhritarashtra. But Dhritarashtra has a little, that means softness. When he feels the agitate in his mind, he always call Vidura and get the relief from the Vidura's teachings actually. That kind of little actually favorability is there. That's why he got at least liberation. Fellow. But this Duryodhana went to Naraka actually. These cheaters actually. That's why association of pure devotees, even it is there, if you have so much offensive mentality, then you cannot. Pure devotee. Huh?
Then later,
गए थोड़ा सा पुण्य है इसलिए गए उधर उसके बाद भेजे गए चलो इतना तो बंद रखेंगे आज तो 3 श्लोक हो गए थैंक यू श्रील प्रभुपाद की
तो जी वो बता दीजिए रिकॉर्डिंग
कोई प्रसाद देते क्या